What's cracking, guys? It's your boy Pateradactle bringing back another Pokemon type video. This is the MPL Season 2 draft analysis. So the draft did take place. There's a Google Docs to see the whole thing of what got picked, when it got picked, and all that fun shit. I'll probably link that down in the description down below. If you guys are new, the MPL was the first league that I ever joined, the MPL Season 1, which was a full blast. I'll probably link down that in the description down below as well, so you guys can see the highlights and all that shit. It is ran by our boy Trevor, or Sheer Force. You know him. He's been on the channel a bunch of times with the Little Cup to OU. I've been on him with Pokeballers and blah blah blah. And really cool guy. Definitely go check him out. His Twitter and YouTube will also be down in the description down below. As you can tell, a lot of shit's going to be down there. So we're going to kind of just jump into the draft analysis and see why I picked what I picked and exactly what was going through my head at the time and stuff like that. So if you guys don't know who we are the Sin City Raptors, as you can tell by the layout and all that shit. Which this layout is totally a rip-off of Reckless Bad's draft analysis. I'll probably link that down in the description down below. I was watching his video and I was like, wow, that layout's not bad. I'm just going to make the same thing. And yeah, that's where I got it from. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm going to explain what exactly how the draft was going on. Okay, so the draft went like this. It was a snake format, which snake means it goes forward and backwards. So if you were the last pick, you'll then get the last pick of round 1, but then the first pick of round 2, and it heads backwards. So we were picked, I believe, out of 16 teams, we were picked like 14. I was like the third to last, because the way it was set up was the teams that like did the best last season were in the back, and the teams that did the worst were in the front, and new team members or coaches were kind of randomized in the middle. So as you can tell, I made it to the conference finals last year, and I lost to Trevor to a really close 1-0, great battle, and so that means I was third to pick, or third to last. So it kind of helped us when you're coming backwards, but then after you got that pick, you would have to wait 26 other Pokemon to get picked before you came again. So it has its pros and cons. So we're going to kind of go over what we did. So guys, see you in a bit. Okay, so pick number 1, we picked up Mega Zam, which is not a franchise, which I was thinking about franchising it, but I felt like Mega Zam people would look over again. But Mega Zam, if you guys don't know, was the Mega I traded my original Mega for. I only had Mega Zam for, I think, maybe 2/3 of a season. And it's amazing, league format wise, or like the way I use it at least. I think it tied for most kills actually on my team. So it's really good. Master Roshi's our nickname. There's only like 2 bonds that I don't really have a name for. So if you guys want to help me out when we come up to those names, then definitely put them down in the comments down below for suggestions, and I'll see if I like any of them. But so Mega Zam here, which huge special attack, huge speed, we know why it's here, and it has the ability to trace. If you guys see any of my battles, I use trace to a pretty good ability. Like I remember tracing Regenerator to get back to full health, or traced Water Absorb on a Scald, or was it Storm Drain? It was like Storm Drain on a Scald or something. And also using like picking up a Sturdy so I can live a hit to, you know, win the game. It was a lot of cool shenanigans that I did, and plus, I mean, Alakazam's my mascot, it's my favorite Pokemon, so Mega Zam is also a very good mon as well to use, and it's super hard special attacking, because, I don't know, like, I always feel like I had an issue drafting special attacking mons. I had that issue with MPL Season 1, I think my only real special attacking was Zapdos, and which didn't even get drafted, which was weird in my opinion, but it was like Zapdos, and then something else. Oh, Mega Zam, obviously. And I only had like another mon, that was kind of about it. And I think a really good high special attacking mon is good, especially for a lot of physical walls, because I think physical walls are more common in League, just because a lot of people tend to go for the physical attacking. Like there's a lot more better physical attacking mons out there, so physical walls are more like more relevant. But so I most of the time I use like a special Sharpedo. But anyways, so we got Mega Zam here, which is here just to take lives, be super fast, pick up that trace, be scary threat. His move coverage is awesome. I mean, it's not like a Zam, so he's already awesome right off the bat. And so we just use that as it is. Now, before we go to the next pick, I actually wanted to explain how the draft went down, because I explained placing, but forgot to explain how it was. It was like a GBA style. It wasn't like the UCL where we had 3 picks in each round. It was a GBA. You had a set amount of points. You had to have 11 Pokemon, and how you spend those points was up to you. But yeah, so pretty much what we did. So we'll get to that as well later. So going on to our next pick. Our next pick is Tornadus T or Helmrock King. Okay, Helmrock King. So, excuse me, because once again, people are yelling at my house. We have Helmrock King here, which you guys have not watched any of my MPL battles. Helmrock King, which is another league that I'm in right now, as the MPL is about to start up. Helmrock King is the MVP of that team. It is a savage. I have fallen in love with this Pokemon. This Pokemon is so good competitively with Regenerator, and it's just high speed stat. It's mixed. You can slap an Assault Vest to become a special wall. It pivots. You can speed creep, and it's so good. And it has Hurricane, which is a really high stat move, and it's just a flying type. It only has 3 weaknesses, and it's just very, very good. It has a huge move pool. I don't want to show too much off. I mean, obviously, Tornus T is not like super out of the standard. Like you've seen Tornteak, you know what moves it can get, you know. So, but Tornteak is just a savage. It's so good. I'm glad that I was actually picked this up like right off the bat, because I never knew how good it was. Like when I drafted it in the MPL, I kind of picked it up really late because I was like, oh, I can use a Regenerator, and that's kind of how I thought of it at first. But no, it's my kill leader on that team right now. Like as of right now, in 7 games, it has 12 kills and it's only died twice. Like not saying the MPL is bad or whatever. They're all very exceptional, well battlers. It's just Tornteak's just that good, and that's how I like use them. So that's why I wanted to draft them like that. And yeah, so Tornteak or Helmrock King is here. And it's Mighty Bracken. Now this pick, our third pick is Entei, as you can see. I got Entei because I needed the fire type, because I was trying to build like this fire, water, grass core and stuff, because that's a decent core to use. I prefer Dragonsteel Fairy, like that's more of the, I try to go for that core first, but this core I felt like was a lot easier to compose. So I got Sacred here, Sacred. Because I wanted Roy Mustang or Arcanine, but someone had to snipe us from that, and I almost cried because Roy Mustang is a savage, and it was so good in our team, and I miss it so. But Sacred is pretty much I hit a little bit harder than an Arcanine, I'm a little bit faster than an Arcanine, but yet I don't have to move pool for an Arcanine. It's pretty much what Entei is, so it's still really good. You can slap a choice band on it, it gets priority with E-Speed still. You can run special as well. Can't really run as bulky, though I never really did run a bulky Arcanine during the MPL Season 1, but it was at least an option to use. So we got Sacred here, our Entei here to just straight be our wall breaker and win games and stuff like that. It's very, very good. Trying to look over my team. I don't think I have a status remover. Not status remover. I don't think I have a rock remover now that I think about it. Unless Helmrock gets defogged, but I sincerely doubt it. That's a 4th gen move. We're gonna have to look over more stuff. But anyways, so we have Sacred here. Who, I mean, if my team only takes like 2 Pokemon, really matter, even though one has Regenerator, so it's not really a huge deal for controlling the rocks. But Entei here is just here to take lives. It's here to hit super hard. It's here to, it can, I guess, be tanky because that base 115 HP is on to play around with. But yeah, so I just have Entei here. I just wanted a really hard physical hitter as well, like just to be that dominant. So now we're gonna go on to our next pick. Vaporeon, or we get it because we get it, you vape. Our pretty much bulky Mon, it's gonna be like our physical special wall type shit. Cause I mean, like, look at HP, that's just beautiful, just delicious. With that HP investments, and then it has a really decent special attack as it is. So Stab, Scald, or Ice Beam, Toxic, whatever. You can Wish Pass, you can Heal Bell, you can. It's your Cleric. It's really good. It's a water type. It gives us a water immunity, so Sacred doesn't have to worry about it. And it's just super bulky and super good. And I'm just glad that I was able to pick it up. So that gives us a Fire Water. So now I just need that Grass Core. And Vaporeon is just going to be here to be that Cleric and just take lives through whittling it down. So that's pretty much why I have it here. So Vaporeon is here, and it is a very good pick, and I'm glad that I got it. Now for our next pick, we have probably the best dragon in any game possible. It's probably the best dragon in competitive format. Don't at me. I was just here to trigger people because we got Drotagon or Janemba. If you guys have also watched my MPL, I'm going to be referencing leagues that I've been in that I've used these Pokemon. So if you guys watch the MPL, I have a Drotagon on that team, and it was a steal, and it was a steal here because its point value wasn't that high. But Drotagon is so good league format with Sheer Force, and it has Rough Skin, it has Mold Breaker, I want to say as well. I got a text message, my bad guys. With Mold Breaker, shit, all three of these abilities are really good, no matter how you want to use them. And it has a beautiful attack of 120. You can Adamant max attack that hits harder than a Jolly Garchomp. So it's here to take lives, and it's not that fast. You don't have to waste that. So you can just pretty much go into bulk, or you can IV in your defenses if you want to be a physical wall with that Rough Skin Rocky helmet. If you want to be a special, you want to add some special defense just so you can take out Mons. You know, that hit on the special side, because base 90s aren't nothing to play around with. You know, base 90 is pretty good to use, especially when you have a fire, water, grass, electric, you know, resistances. And he only has 3 weaknesses, which is why I liked it. Because, like, I had Garchomp last year, and he was good. And I did like using him. He did come in clutch a lot of times, but, like, always fearing that ×4 weakness was, like, kind of annoying. Like, you just couldn't, like, comfortably stay in all the time. So not only ×2, as long as it's stab, I'm pretty sure you can eat him up. So Janemba is just going to be here to take lives with that physical hitting. And as you can tell, we have 2 huge physical hitting Pokemon, and like special was Master Roshi. Helm Rocking can be super special, and Vaporeon is just there to dish out special damage gradually. So now moving on to the next one, we have Kratos. Dun dun dun. Kratos, the fucking God Slayer himself. Kratos are Heracross. If you guys don't know, Heracross is my favorite bug type Pokemon. Heracross is probably my top 10 favorite Pokemon. It's super good. I just love its design, its typing, fighting, and a bug. So it just handles a lot of those common common typings or weaknesses and stuff like that. And you can scarf it to Moxie. You can choice band it. It has guts, so you can life orb it. It has plenty of way to set up, and it's gonna hit hard regardless with those high stabs and Mega Horn and close combat and all these other fun things. I think you might even get agility. If this man gets agility, it's game over. No, he does not get agility. She can be physically defensive. I've seen that happen. Not physically, I mean, more special defensive. I mean, special defensive, I've seen that happen before. It's just, only thing bad about him, he's ×4 weak to flying. But flying's not a super common typing, minus like the birds, but like they have flying type moves. But he's just here to take lives. He's just here to possibly be a lot of big late game sweeping, or he could be on a. Sorry, I got yawn. He could be on a lot of status affliction turns, like if someone's gonna Toxic or Willow or Thunder, I can switch into if he's the Guts variant, I can. So he's very scary. Kratos is here to take lives, especially if he gets to like a +1 Moxie, it's GG. And he's here to just, like I said, take lives. We have another big physical help attacker. So we're going on to our next Mon, and that next Mon will be Superior. Superior is our next pick. I kind of messed up on this pick because Superior was a tier 1 Pokemon and it costed me a lot of points, and that's because I didn't see the other Pokemon that I actually wanted. I thought that Pokemon got picked because this whole draft was supposed to happen on a certain day, but people were anxious and they wanted to draft now over time and be chill, and it was like, I work a lot. I work about 50 hours a week, so I was trying to keep up to date as much as possible with it. But I wanted to actually draft Rosary, which Nick ended up getting that right after me because I told him that I wanted to get it, and it's super powerful. And if he was looking for a grass type, get it, because Technician Hidden Power is just too broken. And that's why I wanted it. So I picked Superior, spent like a lot of points for Superior. And I was kind of upset at first because I was like, I'm not going to have a lot of points for like the other Pokemon that I need. And, you know, like, oh, it sucks. But, I mean, everyone can just go like, fuck Overgrowth. It's not Overgrowth, it's Contra. It's why I'm here. Contra with that Leaf Storm even gets aromatherapy. I didn't know that. It has a lot of shenanigans it could run, so I don't have to really run this like super huge specially attacking Mon, because I also wanted to get it because what do you call it? It's fast. Because look at my Pokemon before. my team was pretty decently fast, but I did feel like I needed like some way to creep on other mons or to like get a better advantage, and also have more special attacking mons. Because like I said, minus that, I didn't really have much special attack besides Vaporeon and Mega Alakazam. And Vaporeon's not even like that huge of a special attacker, you know. So I only really had Mega Zam and like I guess Helm Rock if I wanted to use it in that Life Orb variant. So I was like, if I get Superior, it's a grass type that finishes my core. That also allows to have me become super specialty, like offensive. You know, just set up one Leaf Storm and Contrary kicks in. If no special attack investments, my special attack is almost 400 as it is. So all you have to really do is set up one Leaf Storm and have every other move for coverage, or if you want to be more support worthy, or if you want to do this, get some speed control down. And that's why I picked Itachi, our Superior. Now here's one of the mons that we need help on a nickname. I used Jolteon before, but I don't really think I had ever like a really decent nickname for it. So we got Jolteon here for the same thing, want that sake of speed. And because I feel like my team's like decently bulky, like I don't have any real walls. Like I have Vaporeon as a really big wall, but either than that, I kind of like Helm Rock King could be a special wall, and Druddigon could be a physical wall, so I have them there, but you know, like I said, I still need like that speed, and plus, you know, Jolteon gets that Baton Pass and also gets that Volt Switch, so I get that Volt Turn Core going, and with Volt Absorb gives us an Electric Ability, so Vaporeon's covered there, and I have Quick Feet, so if I want to give it like a Flame Orb or something, Quick Feet can go off. And you know, items you can specs it because not a lot of things are faster than it. You can specs yourself into Thunderbolt, it gets Shadow Ball, it gets HP Ice, it gets Signal Beam, it gets all this other shenanigans. And Jolteon's just very fast, very good pivot for the game, and it hits super hard, especially if you specs it, because that base 110 special attack is nothing to play around with. And yeah, so definitely I'm excited to use Jolteon to the best of its ability. So, before going to the next one, I want to explain what's going on. So, I drafted a different mon, and when I drafted it, people were like, no, you can't, because then you won't have enough points to have 11 mons, because you have to have 11 mons total. The mon that I originally drafted was Metagross, because I wanted, you know, a steel Pokemon, but sorry, I got yawn here. I apologize for that. But I didn't have enough points to get another mon, so I had to drop to a different tier to pick up another mon. And so I picked up Goldmember, the Sableye. So I picked up Goldmember because Prankster is amazing. I don't care about anything else like that. Prankster is amazing. Prankster allows, obviously, non-damaging moves to have a +1 priority. So it's very good. So, you know, you can run like a Calm Mind, you can run Will-O-Wisp, you can run Recover, you can run, you know, Trick, Toxic, stuff like that. You know, it has very good, it allows its Prankster to use the best ability. And what pretty much I'm going to be using it for is Willow, because it's going to allow, it's going to make people switch out because they don't want to take Willow. It's going to give it residual damage, it gets good recovery, I can give it leftovers with, you know, recovery, I can give it all these other things. It could be special, it could be physical, because it doesn't really have any variant. It could be a wall, technically. And if I want to Will-O-Wisp someone and I have like max defense, max HP, it could technically be a physical wall. It's very good, and I feel like for a really good like utility mon, Sableye doesn't get any better than that. Or nothing is better than Sableye really for utility. And I feel like Goldmember will be here to just disrupt a lot of plays and to, you know, just to be that dude, like that annoying. Annoying is what I'm gonna say it's gonna be. So, moving on to our next Pokemans. So we got Muck here, which I don't have a nickname for that because I usually nickname Pittsburgh because it's, I don't know, I just want to like make jokes about pollution and shit, but you know, whatever. I'll be like actually serious for once. So I got Muck here for that fairy typing to take care of, because if you haven't noticed, we do have a fairy weakness with Druddigon and Heracross, and what else was it? Oh, and Sableye, so I wanted that resistance. I mean, we also have a resistance with Entei and stuff like that, but, you know, we want another resistance and something that can hit hard. And so I'm probably not going to go stench. It's probably going to be Poison Touch or, like, Sticky Hold, so I can't lose my what do you call it, my item. And stat-wise, it's special to defensive, so I get another special wall. You can also just do max HP in the defense, so you can take more defensive hits. It has priority with Shadow Sneak. It has a base 105 attack, which is nothing to play around with. So it does hit decently hard with a really good stab at Gunk Shot. Or Poison Jab if you don't want to miss. And so Mugs here just could be like more of a pivot, more of a, like I said, it can just deal damage real quick, maybe go like a 1 for 2, or a 2 for 1 you would say, type thing, or to like throw people off guard, or guard, I don't know why I said it like that, throw people off guard, and to, you know, also to tell those fairies to back the fuck up on my team, which is pretty much why I picked it, because Weezing already got picked, and Lil Weezy is a god, but for special defense, you can be especially defensive wall as well, so, because 105 and 100 is something to play around with, so yeah. And now for a last mon that we picked to make it 11 mons, we have picked the god, the Don, the savage himself, the one and only Kecleon, or AKKI. AKKI Kecleon is a savage with that protein ability, with those mad special defense bulk right there, and that attack being base 90 is going to play around with. You can invest in the HP, you can do all this other type of fun shit. I don't know why its IVs are only at 0. There we go, that makes it a little nicer. AKKI here, if I was in the ABA for a couple weeks, like when I did participate, and I had Kecleon on the team, and it won me games. It was so good. This Protean is so fun to use against other Pokemon, and it has good moves such as like Shadow Sneak, has Aqua Tail, Brick Break, Double Edge for stab, Drain Punch for recovery, and gets recovery, Ice Punch. I think it's all the elemental punches, Power Up Punch. It's a Stealth Rock setter. It's Sucker Punch, Shadow. Its moveset is so godly, and it can do a lot of damage. I don't know why it keeps going back. It can do a lot of damage. And shiny, I mean, it doesn't matter. Was it blue? Nah, blue game. So we have AKKI here. Best name because AKKI is in our division because the Portland Corvettes are the champions for season 1. And I don't know. I just feel like if I ever, because I know what AKKI looks like now, but like before, I was just like, he looks like an AKKI. That's why. Let me just get the roasting. So that's our team for the MPL Season 2. I'll probably, if you guys want to make like fan art or whatever, or tell me how well do you think I'm going to do this season, because I am in a pretty difficult division. I have AKKI and Turbo Blaze, who are both respected high battlers, and I think Washington Blaze, because I got to remember who is the coach for him, but the competition this season is a lot better than last season, so hopefully I can still do as well as I am, because I think I went 8-2 last season, not counting playoffs. And in the MPL right now, I'm like 6-1. So, you know, I'm doing pretty decent. Hopefully I can win a championship or something. That'd be pretty tight. So, if you guys did enjoy this type of analysis, please show your sportsmanship, hit the like button. You know, your support is greatly appreciated. Definitely check in all the descriptions down below. So just everything that I was naming off. I'll especially have other playlists that are going on, such as a combo lock and a wonder link. Subscribe if you're new or if you're excited for all this type of shit. Help me get to 200 subs real quick and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. You guys know it's Pateradactle. I'm out.